Guardian, what have you been working on in here? A pattern in Savathun's wings. She did give us what she promised. The last wish.
Oh, sister. Look at how far we've come. I was always destined to become a queen, and you a knight. Just like that facile human game you like so much. Knights are so powerful there, agile and unpredictable. But there's only a thin line between the knights and the pawns. Do you know which side you're on? Ah, now the witness. There's a king with vision. It has an end in mind, and it knows what that means. Your game has always been the attack and trade, the thrill of victory and the agony of retreat. When the means is violence, you're happy to no end. But this game isn't fought to the last knight standing, or even the queen. It ends when the king has no moves left. Not endless fighting, but the end of fighting. Listen to me go on. You've got other problems wherever you are. You've been locked out of your own castle. Mortal for the first time in millennia. As someone recently back from the dead, I sympathize. But before you move to retaliate, just check. What will it mean to be a knight after the game is ended?
Hey, Amaru! Amaru! I heard you ain't enjoying the Vanguard's hospitality.
Stuck in this bush league tower with all these nice ghosts. What do you think?
Sounds like someone's got a chip on their shell. I'd be bitter too if I got turned into a moth monster's leverage. Seems like a bum deal.
I kept the Lucent Hive in line for years while she tried out in the Vanguard's vault.
Feeling a little disrespected?
Please. I had my orders. I made sure that wannabe Hive kept up her end of the bargain.
That you did.
You all think you have the upper hand. But I know Savathun has a plan, and I'm here to make sure it follows through. And wait. Why are you talking to me?
No one else wants to. Can't imagine why.
You wouldn't understand. You Guardians all prance around with your ghosts like they're your best friends. No dignity, no professionalism.
You think so? Maybe someday I'll, introduce you to mine.
Ophiuchus, I need you to pull some logs from the Cryptarchy archives. It's been a while since we dealt with an Ahamkara. The Hidden will need to be briefed. Bring up any thesis papers on how the Ahamkara grant wishes. Include all hypotheses on why they seemingly misinterpret people's intentions. Our best minds have been working on this for centuries, so there should be plenty. Next, pull all the hidden reports on the Wall of Wishes. I know it makes bargaining with wish dragons less likely to backfire, but we'll need to know exactly how the Techeuns designed it. And speaking of the Dreaming City, set aside all the after-action reports from the Keep of Voices, and highlight anything to do with the lost final wish. If the path into the portal really depends on a wish dragon, knowledge will be our most potent weapon. They're powerful in ways that we don't understand, and I'm sure they have some hard feelings after the Great Hunt. We'll need to tread carefully. Ahamkara don't give second chances. So if humanity's survival rests on a wish, it'll have to be impeccable.
You know, my sister's violence comes from a place of love. Even when we were young and playing swords and lanterns, she wanted to cut apart the universe so that she could survive it. So she cuts you apart until there's nothing left but what can withstand her. She wanted that for me, and she wanted the same for Eris, to stand with her at the final shape. That's how Zivor Rad shows her love. I'm flattered that even with the Witness poised to undo reality, you still find time to visit.
You still have a millennia of crimes to answer for. Don't think for a second the Vanguard has forgotten about you.
But that's what an oubliette is for, my dear. Do be careful wandering around uninvited. So many things in here were once great and powerful, only to be forgotten.
Your spellcraft has unlocked a new configuration within the spire, and Savathun's vault beckons once again. The Witch Queen constructed this place as a great engine of Imbaru, just as she experimented with the logic of the sword beneath.
Confusion is Savathun's greatest strength. She used it to gain power for millennia. Deny her, Guardian. Imbaru is a complicated thesis, more so than sword logic. Instead of killing, Savathun used her cunning to feed her worm.
Every time the Witch Queen outpaced our understanding, she gained power. Every falsehood, fiction, rumor, and misplaced theory gave Savathun her tribute.
Even in death, she seeks to outwit us. And she's failed once again. Imbaru and the sword logic. Powerful forms of hive magic. And you've subverted both.
As above, so below. We will accept the Hive's power. Use it, Guardian. It is yours.
My brother's logic was always so inelegant. Ziva adored it, but I wanted something with a little more finesse. You fed me my tribute for a long time, but now you've dispelled the mist of my spire. If I still had my worm, it would be eating me up from the inside. Well, good riddance. Thank you for that.
This is an Ahamkara egg. Uncorrupted by taken energy. Of Riven's clutch? Impossible.
We drove the wish dragons to extinction during the Great Hunt. Riven's eggs were destroyed, or so we thought.
Guardian, you must leave the Spire at once. Ahamkara are powerful beings. Even a newly hatched whim is dangerous.
Wait. Savathun left it here for us to find. Why?
So that it may wreak havoc.
We have to take it back to the Athenaeum.
What?
It can't stay here. Not with Savathun. There's no other course of action.
And if it hatches, what then?
Like you said, the kind of havoc only an Ahamkara whim could wreak. Initiate the Transmat Guardian. We'll make sure it's contained.
This is reckless.
I've decided to follow your example.
Guardian, do as Ikora says. I know who to speak to about this discovery.